Never have I ever. Avatar. Better Call Saul. The Crown. When describing some of your favorite Netflix shows, you want to make sure that you can pronounce the titles correctly. Let's take a look at how to pronounce 10 of the most common shows on Netflix. Never have I ever. Never have I ever. I think a key thing that you want to start off with is stress for this one. Notice that the heaviest stress is on the first and the last word. Never, ever. Never have I ever. Never have I ever. Everything else in the middle is going to get reduced and said kind of quickly. Have I, have I. Notice it's just never have I ever. The have I are not usually pronounced very clearly because these two words are not stressed. So instead of saying never have I ever, it's a lot of times just going to be reduced to never have I ever. Also, these are sounds. So make sure your mouth is mostly closed and you're raising the front of your tongue. Never, ever. Never, ever. Never have I ever. Avatar. Avatar. Lots of sounds here. Avatar. Remember, the back of your tongue is down, front of your tongue is down, and the middle of your tongue is slightly raised. If you look at yourself in the mirror, you should see the middle of your tongue for that sound. Avatar. Avatar. Those other syllables in avatar are schwa sounds. So you want to relax your mouth and make sure that the front of your tongue is a little bit raised. Avatar. 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 The Haunting of Hill House. Aw sound, mouth wide and the back of your tongue a little bit high. Aw. Haunting. Haunting. You can also say haunting, but because that T is after the N, you want to make sure the T is silent. Haunting. Haunting. Hill. Watch out for the short I. So it's not heel, it's hill. The Haunting of Hill. House. Ow. Ow. Notice how your mouth starts wide and then closes. Ow. Ow. How. House. House. You also want to make sure lots of air can go through your mouth. House. The Haunting of Hill House. The Haunting of Hill House. Peaky Blinders. E-E-I. Peaky Blinders. You also want to make sure that stress is on blinders, not peaky. Peaky Blinders. Peaky Blinders. That last S on blinders will also be slightly voiced to a slight Z sound. Blinders. Blinders. Peaky Blinders. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Indian Matchmaking. Indian. This is a little bit tricky because it's short I's, but then the long I in between. In-D, your long I. Indian. Indian. Notice that you're also going to link your vowels a little bit on Indian. Ian, Ian. So there's that slight Y sound. Indian, Ian. Indian. Then matchmaking. A sound on the first syllable. A sound on the second. Matchmaking. Indian matchmaking. Lastly, on that NG sound at the end, make sure the back of your tongue is high, but the front of your tongue is down. This is your NG sound, that ng, ng. The back of your tongue needs to make contact with the top of your mouth. Ng. Making. Indian matchmaking. Stress match. Indian matchmaking. Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad. Again, you have that NG sound on breaking. Then you have your A sound. A. Something that can be helpful for that A sound is opening your mouth wide and then fighting to push up the front of your tongue. Your tongue won't want to do that, but try to fight a little bit and that will help get that A sound. Also make sure the back of your tongue is down. A. Breaking. Breaking Bad. And again, that A sound. Stress bad. Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad. Similar to that. Better Call Saul. Notice you have fast D sounds on better, so it's not better, it's more better. Better. You raise and lower the front of your tongue quickly. Better. After this, you have aw and aw. Again, for those sounds, wide mouth, back of your tongue high, front of your tongue down. Aw, aw. Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul. The Crown. The Crown. Schwa sound on the crown. Own. This tends to be a tricky combination going from that ow to that N. It's like own, own. The key thing is not to add the N sound too soon. Make sure you get the ow sound clear first. Ow, ow. If you find that that's a tricky combination for you, try separating them. So pronounce the ow sound first, then the N. Ow, ow, then lessen the gap. Ow, 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 crown, the crown. Street food, Latin America. This has lots of held T sounds. If you're not familiar with held T, definitely check out this video because it's definitely tricky, but you're going to hear it on street. You can hear it there, street. So it's not street, it's going to be street, street food. And you're going to use that held T because the T is followed by another consonant, that F on food. Street food, street food. Then Latin, Latin. So it's not usually Latin, it's not usually Latin, it's Latin, which is again another held T, this time because the T is followed by the N sound. Latin. Street food, Latin America. Notice again on America as well, you have that sound at the end. You want to make sure you hold it long enough. Don't release it too soon. America, Latin America, Latin America. Be sure to let us know what are your own favorite Netflix shows, especially if it's one that's a little bit difficult to pronounce in the comments. Also, take a look at our other videos. Thanks for your time, guys. See you in a future one.